Oh, just kicked the speaker. Hi everybody, I heard such great news today from Sean that we're actually going to be opening up and starting to implement all these changes in person. So hopefully I will see you soon now that things are starting to change. So let's get right into it. Welcome, my name is Paige. We will start in child's pose. So knees nice and wide, open the hips, lengthen your spine and drop your forehead down. There's Layla. Big breath in. Bigger breath out. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth and make a ha sound. One more like that. Seal your lips. And from here, take your right arm underneath your left armpit, like a threading of the needle, as you bring your right ear down towards the ground. You can come up to the fingertips in the left hand and keep twisting. You could even go for like a half bind here. If there's anything else you're feeling, you kind of like swim your left arm. And then from here, let's reach the left arm forward. Right arm forward and switch it out for the other side. So the left hand goes underneath the right armpit and your left palm is facing up. Maybe roll it back a little bit more, but keep grounding through the right hip. If you want to take it into a half bind or some circles here, just be gentle as you explore your body. Keep your breath, whatever you've got, just try not to hold it or have it be shallow. Reach your right arm forward, left arm forward, and then we'll go ahead and rise up into our tabletop, into a nice deep cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. A few more sets, close your eyes. Belly pulls in on the exhale. We've got two more here. Exhale. One more time. Exhale. Neutral spine. And from here, let's go ahead and reach the right arm forward, left leg back. And we're going to reach the right arm out to the right, the left leg out to the left. Okay. Now bring it back into center and then out to the side. Inhale, center, out to the side. Inhale, center, out to the side. And then one more. Inhale, center, out to the side. Drop your left foot down. And from here, we're going to go ahead and come up. So I'll face towards you. So my right knee is down, the left leg is out to the side. We'll come to the fingertips and extend for our modified side plank here, supported side plank. Rise up and coming over into gate pose. Inhale up. Exhale, either fingertips down or you can come all the way down to your palm and extend over. Inhale up. Exhale over. One more time. So just let it be kind of bouncy and resilient here, so you're not really getting stuck in any of those poses. It's just like a nice dance with the movement and breath. And then as you come back down to the ground, bring your hands out in front of you. Think puppy pose in the upper half of your body. Your legs stay the same. Maybe fingertips or palms down as you sink through your armpits, your heart, and maybe your throat. So your head doesn't even have to come to the ground. You can bring your forehead down or chin, or it can hover. Breathe here. Exhale. Two more. Exhale. One more breath. Exhale. And then press back into the palms. Step it back into tabletop. We'll go for the other side. So we're going to kick that right leg back, left arm forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring it out to the side. Inhale to center, get long. Really press into that bottom hand, then exhale, bring it out to the side. Doesn't have to go that far. Inhale, center. Exhale, bring it out. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Exhale. One more time. Exhale. Drop your right foot. Press into the palms. I'm going to face towards you, but you can stay right where you're at if it helps, if you can see well that way. And we're going to keep pressing into the right foot. And then from here, we're going to crawl over into the left hand with the right arm high. Modified side plank. Use your core. Come up, inhale. Exhale over into gate pose. So I'm just gonna rest on the shin here and open up the side body, side of the heart. Inhale up. Exhale either to the fingertips to the ground, or you can use a block, water bottle, whatever you've got at home. Keep opening the shoulder here. Inhale, come up. Exhale, extend over. Another set, inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over, and then we'll bring your hands down to the ground. Keep your hands where they are, or actually keep your hips where they are, and keep your walk your hands forward and sink through your heart here. Inhale takes you out a little bit. The exhale brings you back in. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Exhale. Walk your hands back. I think I have a call coming in. Let me just hang it up and make sure it doesn't interfere. Sorry about that. Walk it back into tabletop. And let's take a floating tabletop. So toes curl under, hover the knees right off the ground. Breathe here. Keep your gaze down or a little forward. One more breath. And then look forward, step or hop into frog. Knees nice and wide, using your elbows to keep them wide. Let's roll our wrists forward a few times, roll through your neck. Maybe close your eyes so you don't get dizzy. Go the opposite direction. Come back into center. Focus here for a moment, and then we're going to take an inhale on the way up for 5-pointed star. Keep your feet where they are. Reach the arms all the way up. Inhale. Grab onto the left wrist, reach it over to the right. Back up, inhale. Grab the right wrist, reach it over to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, back bend with your hands on your hips. Inhale, reach up. Toes point forward, interlace your hands as you forward fold into ragdoll. Soften the knees. 2 more breaths. 1 more here. Release the arms. Inhale, press into the shins. And from here, keep your right foot forward. Step your left foot back. Drop your left knee down, crescent moon. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands to prayer, twist it over your right knee. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, standing split, top of the mat. Feet wide, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, halfway lift. Step your right foot back. Bring it down, drop your knee, crescent moon, inhale. Hands to prayer, exhale, twist it over that left knee. Inhale, bring your arms back up. Exhale for standing splits. And from here, feet wide, forward fold, halfway lift. Plant your palms, step back to high plank. Inhale, shift forward to your tippy toes as far as you can. Exhale all the way down, press the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift up for cobra. Exhale, back and down. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, back and down. Instead of looking up, look forward or down. Inhale. Exhale. Toes curl under. You can push into tabletop or high plank. Downward facing dog. Take a few moments, pedal it out. Shift the weight left and right. Settle it right to center as you ground the heels down. 2 more breaths. Press fully in the hands, especially the L shape from index finger to thumb. 1 more here. Big exhale. Look forward, step or hop outside of your hands for frog arm. We're gonna stay here for a moment. Use your elbows, push the knees apart, lift through the crown of your head. Relax your facial expression. Come all the way up on the inhale for 5-pointed star. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, back up. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, back up. Hands on your hips. Exhale, back bend, but puff up through your sternum. Inhale, chin parallel to the ground. Toes point forward, interlace your hands and fold. Bend your right knee, move your right shoulder towards your right knee, gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, center, both legs are straight. Bend your left knee, lean into the left shoulder. Your fist goes to the left, your gaze goes to the right. Inhale to center, release your arms and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step your right foot back and drop it down. Inhale, crescent moon, reach it up. Exhale, hands to prayer, and then twist and tap outside of your left knee. Inhale, bring your arms back up, and go ahead and pop it into standing split. Let your head drop. Inhale, halfway lift. Feet are wide still. Exhale as you fold. Halfway lift. And step your left foot back. Drop it down. Left knee comes down. Arms up. Crescent moon. Exhale, twist it over that right knee. Gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, standing split here. Feet wide, inhale, halfway lift. Lift your toes if you can. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your palms and step back to high plank. Keep your gaze forward, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, press into the tops of the feet and drag them forward. Press into the hands, downward facing dog. We're gonna play with that. Another segment here, just kind of taking it up another level after we're getting our bodies a little warmed up. Big exhale. One more breath in. And as you exhale, bend your knees, step or hop outside of your hands for frog. And then we've done this before if you've been in my class. We're gonna roll it back and then come back up to frog. So if you're like, nope, that's fine, you can stay here and hold it. But the goal here is to remember the placement of your feet, using your elbows to push the knees apart. So feet are really wide on the mat, toes are pointing out, your heels are close to your glutes, right? So pretty wide in the feet is really important. As we roll back, you can pretty much keep that shape and then roll it back up and use your elbows to lift your seat off the ground. So when you roll back, try to keep that shape and then come up. Couple more. So I'm using the control of my core, a little bit of the momentum, but really over time, it's not the momentum, because from this place, I could just lift my hips up and I could really use my elbows to push the knees apart to help engage and lift up. Then from here, inhale all the way up for Tadasana. Exhale over to the right. Inhale up. One more to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, back bend, hands on your hips. Inhale up. Toes point forward, exhale as you fold. Right hand down, left arm high. Let's go for a half bind or full bind. Right hand can go through your legs for that full bind. Roll the left shoulder back and fold into it. Half bind, your right hand will go to the left hip, so I'm bending just the left knee to really create that space there, or full bind and pull the right shoulder back. Release into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, step actually your right foot back, right knee down. Actually, I feel like so many times I say actually. Come up into Crescent Lunge. Inhale, bring it up. This time, hands at prayer. Lean forward, twist, and tap outside your left knee. Stay here for a few breaths, or I'm going to throw out some variations. So you can stay here. You can still take your back knee. You can open the arms. You could try to play with the bind here. Woo! With the back knee up or down. You can even work on this as your side curl if you wanted to, whatever you're feeling. Even if you're feeling like a revolved half moon, not everyone's favorite, but sometimes the poses we dislike the most are the ones we probably need to work on the most. Any version you need to take of this, like a half bind works too. I have a block at home. The block is great. They're pretty cheap too. Like the styrofoam ones are cheap. The cork ones are pretty expensive, but they're really stable and nice if you're looking for that. Another round of breath. And from here, fingertips down to the ground, standing splits. Let's go for a Jiva squat, hands at prayer, and sit all the way down for our seated twist. So we have the left leg on top. We're gonna bring the left hand behind us. Sit as tall as you can with the right arm high, inhale. Exhale, twist it over that left shoulder. Exhales, or inhales, kind of take you out a little bit, right? And the exhales, bring you back in. Two more breaths. One more here. We'll gaze forward and we'll pop it back up to our standing split by pressing into that left foot. Come all the way up with the right leg high. And then go ahead and fold into a wide-legged forward fold top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And step your left foot back. Keep your back leg straight for crescent lunge. Arms come up, inhale. Hands come to prayer, lean forward. So we're getting all that length in our spine. And then we'll twist it over the right knee. Press the top hand into the bottom. Stay here or take these other variations. So back knee can come down at any point you need it. Open the arms. You could go for that bind here. One side might be harder than the other. You could have your hand down and right arm high. You could pop it into that revolved half moon. Feel free to just explore it, even if it gets messy and doesn't make sense. Have some fun figuring it out. Like, this is how I come up with my flows. I'm just like in it and I'm like, where could we go from here? So seeing like the possibility that you're really not stuck, that you can make it into something that's gonna really serve you if it's not in that moment, or if you just really wanna get curious and play around in the pose. Plus, it's good too to stay with the basics, right? Like, stay with routine. That's nice. It's good when life is uncertain to have some certainty through your practice and different disciplines and different practices you have. So whatever you need. Open up the top shoulder a little more. And then we'll pop it into standing split for a Jiva squat. Hands at prayer, your gaze is forward. Nice and easy. Bring it all the way down to the ground. So we're pressing into the right foot, right hand behind you, left arm high, take an inhale. Exhale, twist it over that right shoulder. Ooh, got a nice pop in my back. Been looking for that one. Enjoy those breaths. Each breath is like a little love note from the universe. It's keeping you here to do your work, whatever that needs to be. One more breath. Twist it out a little bit and gently release. Back to standing split. So we're going to stand firmly in the right foot. If it kind of moved out, move it back towards the front of the mat. Coming back up to standing split. And wide-legged forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your palms. Keep the gaze forward. Shift it forward. Chaturanga. Up dog. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Whew. Good. And take a quick moment for child's pose, whatever version you like. Giving yourself that chance to rest, to check in, catch your breath. Sip some water if you need it. And just notice, right, how you're feeling, how things are changing for you, right? Sometimes it's hard to start the practice, but once you do, you're like, yeah, I'm glad I did it. And you're feeling good as you're doing, you feel good after. So give yourself credit for every little action you take towards taking care of yourself. Especially right now, I feel like it's just so much. The world feels really heavy. And we're so close to like so many things changing, and it can be a lot. So be kind to yourself. So from here, let's see what the time we got. Okay, good. We're gonna start to, we'll play a little more and then we'll start to wrap it up. Hopefully this speaker's been working because my phone speaker doesn't work. So hopefully this works and you guys can communicate with me what you're feeling, because it's weird not having live yoga. I feel like I'm not talking to anybody, but I know you guys are there. I see the view, so that helps. Maybe we can get upside down a little bit. So if you want to use a wall or anything like that, or if you're feeling like you want to play with something else right now, feel free to go for it. Let's get into tripod headstand. It's a pretty safe one because you have 3 points of contact. But if this isn't safe for you, please try something else or use the wall if you feel more confident with that. But we want to create that nice big triangle base. Hands are shoulder distance, and the crown of your head goes at the top of the triangle. So the very top of your head, the top of the triangle. Make sure it's nice and comfortable for your head. I have a 5mm mat, but sometimes I even like more squishiness because I do have a pointy head. I've told you this before, it doesn't look like it, but I do. So if you want more squishiness, the better. All right, so make sure your neck feels nice and long, your shoulders are pulled back, you can see your hands, and when you end up coming up, your elbows are over your wrist. From here, you don't want to just kick up. It's nice just to start the knees on the back of the elbows, so you're starting to shift the weight. Then, as you bring the legs up, any variations on the legs you want to take, go for it. Stay here. Breathe with it. Keep your gaze focused. When you want to come down, you don't want to take your head off the ground. You don't have to come down yet, but as you do start to come down, really, really slow, engaged, come down. Make sure you're feeling good with like the blood rushing before you come up. So going right into child's pose, like don't even disconnect your head from the ground. And then slowly sit back up. This way you don't get dizzy, because I've done it before, and this is what I speak from experience. And we'll go ahead and bring the legs out from underneath you, so cross your ankles. Go ahead and roll over your feet. Bring your legs out. And then from here, we will play around a little bit more. So let's take the left hand outside of the right pinky edge of the right foot. You can keep your right hand down or reach the right arm back. And take the right hand to the inside of the right foot, bend the elbows out. You can have your knee bent if it needs to, right? We're not gonna force ourselves into any poses if our body's not ready. We're gonna bring our forehead towards our knee and breathe here. One more breath. And go ahead and drop your right foot to the outside of your left hip. So I'm pulling it back, and then I'm pushing my right knee forward. So my knees are stacking pretty well over each other. So this is like a half cow face, a little more accessible for most of us. Sit nice and tall, toes flexed up. You could always pull your seat to the side, and it helps when you forward fold. And go ahead and fold over your left leg. You don't have to grab onto anything here. You don't have to grab your foot or your leg. I just bring my hands to the side and fold into it. You'll feel it pretty deep behind your left knee, so find the edge where you can still breathe into it. One more breath. And then you're going to drop your right foot down to the ground. I'm going to face towards you. So my right foot now is going to be down to the ground. You can angle it, or it can point straight out to the side, kind of whatever it feels best. We want to work the knee over the ankle. I'm going to press into my left hand. My right hand is going to go to my left pinky toe. I'm going to lean. Maybe we lift up the hip by rocking forward, pressing into the hand, holding the foot, leaning your chest for your baby grasshopper. Yeah, maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Some days we get these poses, some days we're like, nope, and that's okay, right? We just want to be open to playing around. Let's try the other side. We're going to bring the left knee in, right hand outside of the left foot, gaze over the left shoulder. Breathe into it. Left hand to the inside of the left foot, bend the elbows out, forehead towards your knee, breathe here. One more breath. And then pull that left foot towards your right hip, setting up for a half hero's pose. Trying to stack the knees, flex the toes. You can move your seat to the side and fold into it here. I like to just kind of rest my chin on my knee. If your chin goes there, you don't have to force it. Always, long spine is important, but here it's okay if you want to kind of round it. And we're going to play that baby grasshopper before we take it down. So press into the left foot, right hand goes down. It's pretty close, and you can have it out. I've seen the variation with it far out to the side, but then that would be kind of the next level of your challenge. I feel like it's easier if we practice with the chaturanga arm because we're really like engaging and pulling in and holding the rib cage a little bit. So your toes are pointing up, and then they're going to point to the side, right? And I'm leaning. Got so much stuff on the ground here. Leaning. And look, I didn't even have my hand on my foot, so that's not the most important part. The most important part is shifting the weight to lift your hip off the ground and get that engagement. Give it another moment to try it out. Let me check the time. Oh, good. Perfect. We'll land it into Vinyasa. So if you're feeling like you need anything else first, like legs up, or plow pose, or if you love happy baby, or you want to twist it out, just wrap it up here. You could go for a back bend if you're feeling we didn't do too many back bends. If you're feeling that, like bridge or wheel or fish, if it's safe and supported, go for it. Otherwise, let's squeeze it in, open it up, drop into the most comfortable position you can to let go and rest and relax. Big breath in, bigger breath out. Natural breath. Let go. Be here. Be with the simplicity of the moment. You've worked hard to get to this moment in a short amount of time, so you don't get too much time to rest here. So if you need more, please take it. But know all this hard work that you've been doing this whole time, give yourself some credit. So when we get back into the yoga room together, it'll be amazing. And don't punish yourself when you don't get to your mat. Right? We're all really in that survival mode right now, so just be kind to yourself so that ultimately, right, we can be kind to others. Soften your facial expression. Relax your hands and feet. Relax your glutes. You may not even realize you're holding tightly in the glutes. Try to soften the glutes. You're welcome to stay in your Vinyasa longer, or if you want to make your way to a seated pose, create some deeper breaths for bigger movements to rock either to your left or right or forward and back to eventually come up to a seated pose. It doesn't always have to be cross-legged. It just depends what helps you sit really tall and feel really good coming out of Vinyasa. When you make your way to a seated pose, you can still keep your eyes closed or gaze down and bring a smile to your face. Knowing that even though we're apart, we really still are connected and we will be together again. And I appreciate you all so very much. Sending gratitude to you. Send gratitude to yourself for showing up every time that you do. Hands to prayer. Thumbs to the third eye center. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Bowing to the teacher in all things. Namaste. Thank you. I love you all. I cannot wait to see you again, and we'll see how that looks, but stay in contact, and hopefully you have a great weekend, or whenever you're watching this. All right. Bye.